Well, since I forgot to make Monaco as a separate video, I'm gonna combine it with Barcelona, which is a that you would never see. But here we are. And speaking of Monaco, let's start with that one. So Liam, uh, he was pretty forgettable. I don't know what to say for him. But Carlos, I'm gonna give him a B. He would have scored points at, you know, Monaco, obviously. But then in the restart of the red flag, the man got bowling pinned by Hulkenberg and Colapinto. Max, C. A great qualifying effort, but then stalled it and finished last by the end of lap 1 and had to retire. Leclerc, B. Was not doing too bad. Fast in FP1, pretty good in FP2 and 3. Would have gotten pole maybe, but been in the wall at the back. And then on the restart of the safety car, yeah, he pinned in turn 20, I believe, where Stroll also wrecked. And that's why he's gonna get a B. Kimmy gets an S with this, though. Perfection of a weekend. Pole led every lap, almost lapped everyone, and just took the fastest lap. Was way ahead of the field. Nico, C. I think he could have scored points had he not hit Carlos. Lewis, A. A nice P2 for him, but we barely knew where he was. So that's all I got. Lando, C. Maybe he would have scored points, but again, for reliability issues. Fernando, finally, not a D, as a B. He scored Aston's first point, and that was fantastic. Oscar, also good to be. Pretty forgettable. A P5, but he didn't really do anything with Alex, B. Yeah, he was chill. Scored some good points for Williams at least. That's all I gotta say. Ollie, C. Really forgettable. Besides the crash in FP3, he didn't do anything. Gabby, same thing. Besides the Q1 crash, nothing really happened with him. Pierre, I'm gonna give him an A actually. The podium at Monaco. Got that penalty taken away from him. It was nice, but sad for Isaac. Esteban, B. Scored some pretty good points there, but he was really forgettable. Sergio Perez, B. If he didn't mess up going in his great box, he would have scored Cadillac's first points. And he had pretty decent pace too. So that's why he's gonna get a B. Valtteri, on the other hand, gets a C. Really forgettable and then retired, obviously. Arvid, he's a B. Great pace at the end. For a P7, actually. It was really good. George, C. You never thought I'd say that, huh? But getting lapped by your teammate is embarrassing. And then start getting to 5 seconds, not good. But then if you don't serve it because of your team, no, that's not real good. And you have to finish P12. Isaac, A as well. Podium lived a bit, but Gasly got his penalties taken away, and now he was P4, but still pretty good. Franco, C. Pretty forgettable weekend. And there we go. Now we'll head to Barcelona. Alright, now we're going to be starting with Barcelona now. And we're going to start again with Liam, and I'm going to give him B. Good qualifying effort for him, but V-Car messed up the strategy in the pit stops. That's why he gets a B. Finished P8 on the road. Not that bad. Carlos, C. For his home race there, really forgettable. Max, B. He didn't really do anything there besides the P4, surprisingly. Charles, B. No, C. Freaking bottled quali after he just lost it into turn 4. It was a big hit. And then, to top it off, he lost power steering towards the end, so yay. Kimmy, he's also gonna get a C, actually. Great effort, though, for P3. Unfortunately, the car switched off on him. Nico, He didn't actually get a B. Great qualifying for him. Q3 in his Audi. P9 would have scored points, but you can thank Liam Lawson for that because the stun hit his kill switch and he had to retire. Lewis is gonna get an S. Great effort. P2, and to top it off, a win thanks to a fantastic strategy from Ferrari for once after, committing to the three stop. So you can thank Fernando for that. Lando gets an A. Mid qualifying, but he didn't break down and he got a podium, so that's nice. Fernando, speaking of which, gets a C. Way off the pace, way all the way in the back. But he was the key reason to why Lewis won. But he didn't really do anything besides that. Oscar, B. Forgettable. Just was way off the pace of everyone. Alex, D. Oh, D. There we go. What? What was going on, bro? First, the camera broke, and then they did an ass and it just went out. And we're, oh my god, multiple laps down. Ollie Behrman, C. Forgettable. Bortoletto, C. I think he could have scored points. He was in P11, but he didn't really do anything. Pierre, B. Not bad. Scored some good points for them. Esteban, C. Forgettable. Checo, also forgettable, so C. Bottas, D. Just retired. Already fast. Arvid, B. Some good points, P9 for him. George, A. Finally got back on the podium in P2, and he qualified on pole, so that was nice. Isaac, A. A terrible start after starting P6, but he made it up with great overtakes and having a rally comeback, so well done, dude. Colapinto also gets a B, like his teammate. Pretty forgettable, but he did score some good points. Would have been P8, but he got a 10-second penalty. Alright, there's Barcelona. I'll see ya for Austria next week.